Hi, Oakland. Are you ready to get your life back? I know I am. President Trump's plan to reopen America suggests that we start opening when we see 14 days of downward COVID-19 numbers. Cases in Cook County, unfortunately, are on an upward trajectory. With 397 cases in Oakland and 43 deaths, unfortunately, we're also on that same trajectory. We can turn this around by staying resolute and working together. For the most part, people have been following the governor's stay-at-home order. It became clear by looking at the data, though, that we need to do more if we're going to meet the president's gating criteria for reopening. We started the mask requirement in the village on April 24th, and the thinking of this was to slow the spread. Many residents have told me that they're more comfortable shopping when they see people wearing masks, and many workers have thanked me also and said, we really appreciate this, it feels safer to go to work. Many residents also took the time to reach out and say, hey, this is government run amok, and I really did appreciate hearing from everyone also. So COVID-19, of course, spreads through breathing in the virus that's airborne or touching shared surfaces like countertops, shopping carts, and then touching your face, nose, eyes, mouth. Fabric coverings contain a person's droplets that naturally are emitted when they're talking, laughing, sneezing, or coughing. And they also, act as a reminder to keep people from touching their face. So while kids are rarely sick from COVID-19, children naturally are really tactile and they like to touch things. They're always, in playgrounds, ball courts, parks. And these areas are considered pretty much hotbeds of transmission because of that problem. They've been shut down, but data is beginning to show that kids may be infected without showing any symptoms, and they may be spreading this to household members. So we want to be very careful. The governor's orders require that when people are out in public, they should separate out at least 6 feet apart and wear a mask if circumstances prevent maintaining that distance. If you're inside in a store, you should still wear a mask. Parents who send their kids out unsupervised to run around with friends and hang out, they should expect that kids are going to be kids. We're adults, we need to be protecting them by making sure that they're not doing this. It's really heartbreaking to tell kids, stay away from the parks, don't hang out with your friends, especially on a beautiful day like we've been having. We've asked repeatedly for parents to keep an eye on your kids, don't let this happen. It's been a challenge, and it's really taxed our police department quite a bit. No one wants to keep kids from doing what they want to do naturally, and that's play. And every day I do get complaints when people see something that's not right. They don't know what they should do. Should they do anything? And after talking with Chief Palmer, he really does want residents to call the non-emergency number. That number is 708-422-8292. And if you see something and the police know about it, they'll go break up parties, they'll separate out kids, they'll write $500 citations if it's a problem. Sometimes just, telling people you see, hey, spread out a little bit, folks. That's all it's needed. We don't have to make it a big deal. We've all paid such a high price during this pandemic, and it has negatively impacted every home, business, and community worldwide. The prices our kids have paid has been unprecedented. Think of it. Kids have trained their whole lives for sports that didn't happen, plays that were never performed, competitions that never took place. Rites of passage like prom or getting together for commencement as a class, those aren't happening for the class of 2020. They're really missing out on so much. If we don't maintain disciplined social distancing, if we don't stay at home and we just decide to hang out with friends, have parties, think of ourselves only, what kind of message are we sending to those kids in the class of 2020 who've given up so much? Are we telling them that it's okay for them to sacrifice, but don't expect any of us to do it because, hey, it's really nice out? What do we tell people who have lost loved ones, lost their jobs or their businesses? Never mind your sacrifice, I'm bored, I just want to get out of the house. Most residents do get it. We know that the situation is evolving, and it takes people a little while to kind of get used to the new normal and get up to speed. We are struggling to balance safety with economic necessity. We want to open things up, but we have to find a way to get our numbers lower. And I think that doing these little impactful things, like wearing a mask, washing your hands, staying home, if we do this all together, it will make a difference. For us to reopen Oak Lawn, it has to be safer. It has to feel safer. Reasonably prudent people must feel really good about going out again and shopping and dining and all the things that we used to enjoy. Workers have to feel good about showing up to work. All of us have to do our part to get there by staying focused on what our goal is, and that's getting our lives back. We have a ways to go still, but it is within reach if we don't let our focus slip. I invite residents to please share your ideas and thoughts. I do want to hear from you. You can write sberry@oaklawn-il.gov. Drop me an email, reach out with a phone call. Thank you very much, and I hope you are enjoying these beautiful tulips outside Village Hall. I was wanting to do a video out here so you could enjoy them as much as we're enjoying them. Stay safe, and thank you very much. Take care.